All right, and we are live. Hey, everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Thought I would sit down and do some current events in the online fitness community. What is that on my shirt? There's always something on my clothes. I just can't get around it. But I had multiple people link me a video that said, look, you're going to rip Kinobody apart on this one. You're going to disagree with him. Watch this video. And I saw the title. I said, I probably am, but then I watched it. Okay. This is going to upset some people. I'm sorry. I didn't find myself completely disagreeing with the man. All right. I am someone who's always either giving credit to Greg when he says something smart, and when he does some silly, lazy stuff, I call him on it. He knows I've done that. He used to reply in my comments. He may not anymore. I tagged him in this. He may not anymore, right? He might not. He used to actually give me a lot of credit for information for carryover to the bench press. He had even admitted some stuff that I did. He's like, dude, this is genius. This is helpful to me years ago in my comments. So he does respect my opinion on this stuff. And here's the things I'm going to say about Greg as far as the strength goes on upper body. I clown him for being weak on the lower body, not squatting and deadlifting. I always have, always will. When it comes to upper body strength, though, Greg actually has a pretty good foundation in terms of knowledge programming. He has successfully gotten a really, really strong upper body. Okay, well, let's just call it like it is. By the way, guys, when you get in here later, if you fall after the fact, comment down below. It helps me. So please put comments in this video if you follow up later. Also, give Daddy a like as soon as you guys get in here. Give me a like, give me comments, give me whatever we need. But if you're following this after it's live, please comment below. One of my regulars said, hey, that'll help remind people to do that. But click that like button. But let's talk a little more about this. Now, so the thing is with Greg, did he build a respectable bench press? Yes. Did he build respectable dips? Yes. Did he have a good incline? Did he have a good overhead press? Good pull-ups? Yep. He was actually very proficient in all those things, especially for his size and body weight. He was hella strong at those things. Okay. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's earned the right to have an opinion on upper body and pressing strength and training. Okay. He has paid his dues. He has the experience and the knowledge to make those statements. Okay. He is not just some silly kid at this point making goofball statements about it. I will always give him a hard time about lower body training, but the upper body stuff, he kind of does have a pretty good knowledge base there. He built a hell of a strength base on those things. And here's the thing he had mentioned. He talked about, he noticed he got better carryover to his bench from other stuff. He noticed that when he got stronger on the dips, his bench would go up. And he's like, man, I wasn't even doing that much benching. And then I hit 350 for a triple on the bench when I got really strong at weighted dips. Yep. And he said, and every time I bench, it would be painful. My shoulders would hurt sometimes. My sternum would hurt. So he's like, I just don't feel like doing it. The other stuff is where my progressive overload is. Okay, this is where I'm going to go. Is that dissimilar to what I promote when I get into conjugate programming each time? I run phases like I did this last year or so where I do a lot of base building with the basic lifts, but then I invariably do have shoulder issues and other stuff if we're not careful. When I hit my biggest ever closed grip bench on camera, was I doing a lot of heavy benching? No. I was doing a little bit of heavy benching. I hit a 365 closed grip or a 2-count pause flat back on camera with calibrated plates. Was I doing a lot of heavy benching? No, 1 or 2 sets a week. Really? Not that much heavy benching. Like how many sets was I doing over 300 pounds while hitting that 365? Like 1 set maybe? I was doing some rep work. I was doing a lot of floor pressing. I was doing a lot of triceps, tons and tons of band press downs. I was doing some shoulder work, all this other stuff. Lots and lots of back and lat work. Okay. I didn't do a lot of heavy benching to hit that biggest number. And I felt good while doing it. So when he says that, look, man, I felt like my dips and my incline bench built that bench press, also the floor press. I got him into floor pressing for a little while. I don't disagree with that statement. Like, I don't have a problem with that statement when he said, I felt like the progress on the weighted dips gave me tremendous carryover to my bench press and really built most of it. Because he noticed that he started hitting bench PRs when he was barely benching, and then he got super strong at weighted dips. As a coach, I don't find that unbelievable. I don't find that unrealistic. I don't find it unreasonable. And I'm going to be the first to say that even if you have a lift that you want to get really strong, if that lift leaves you hurting, you probably shouldn't do a lot of it. You can still test it occasionally, but you can build other lifts to build it. Just like the back squat. I'm about to blow my back squat back up. I'm probably not going to do a lot of back squatting to do it. I don't have to. I can do box squats, speed boxes, machine work, good mornings, build it up. Also, guys, as other people said, there's 20 of you watching, there's 5 likes. Give Daddy a like. Give Daddy a like for them veins. Right? These veins alone, give Daddy some likes for that. Look at them veins. Give Daddy a like. Come on now. Look at those cock arms. Let's get over to some of your comments. But, and remember, guys, when you follow this later, comment down below. We in the house, we in the house. Give my like for Daddy. Jason, I'm in 2 lives a day, baby. That's how you know I'm an esoteric Blaha. The haters just jealous because you're aesthetic and stacking the major paper. And those veins. And they've now seen my dick. Hey, Roland, you need to send that message to them. I literally have videos available of me slapping my dick back and forth like this. They need to pay for it. They're haters. Oh, they're going to hate. Weighted dips really are an excellent exercise position. They put you in hypertrophy to tries. Delts chest very well with the rotating them once hit a wall. Yeah, I'm feeling the dips a lot again right now. I'm gonna make a hard push for dips. It's not necessarily going to be can I get a super heavy 4 or 5. I want to get my 10 rep maxes way up there. We didn't make a name for fans of coach like Blahonians or Blaha Knights. Let's just team Blaha, baby. Just a single on the big lifts is all you need as long as you do secondary lifts that support the big 3, all good and possibly better for recovery, right? I mean, again, it do be facts. What's up, Jason? What's up, Joe? Coach, thoughts on Alexander Bromley crapping on people who don't use straps? You guys know I disagree with that already. Again, how did I build these forearms? Tons and tons and tons of pulling without straps. And I had small forearms before. I was not blessed with genetically gifted forearms. All right. I just posted about getting super strong and cutting down to 10 to 12% body fat as a master class in information knowledge. Yeah, Joe, I saw that you commented in that one, right? And you built a really good strength base. So right now, if you trimmed it down pretty lean, Joe, you'd probably look pretty dang good. Genetics, coach. Well, these forearms are not genetics. I did not have great forearms when I started. I did not have great forearms when I started. Now I just need to get the biceps comparable. I don't understand why whenever I do incline bench for 2 months and increase how much I can do, then I start returning to flat, I lose a bit of strength on the incline because you're then competing for a recovery. It's been just over 2 years gains, and I still have an invite to nationals this year in spite of it. They still shot me an invite email giving me a priority in the pipe because of the total that I had. They're like, you have an elite total for your Masters 2 class. You have a priority spot if you choose to take it. Wait, should we get strong first through bulking? Hey, Spiky, no, not necessarily. Spiky, I've answered your questions. You need to, Spiky, I'm going to tell you one more time. Lean bulk, I've told you 20 times where you are gain 1 pound a month. 1 pound a month. That's it. I've already answered you repeatedly on all 3 of your accounts. Okay. Coach, what about hip hinges and rows? Absolutely. But I'm doing lots of those too. But did I not mention good mornings in there? You spent a couple months recently doing some direct forearm work and then suddenly stopped because it didn't make any difference. Like, I don't feel like wasting the extra recovery. I might throw some back in though, to be fair. I literally might. I mean, what's a little bit more forearm isn't going to hurt. Kinobody beat his bodybuilder Carver. You were warning him about this years ago. Yes, I did. Just tuned in. I recently watched Kinobody's channel. Turns out a superhero can't do the weighted chin-ups anymore due to overuse. He needs to take all that out and do supplemental lifts to build everything up. That's what he needs to do. No on flat when I got back to doing it. Like if I do incline for a few months and get that up, I go back to flat. Then I'm a bit weaker. I just soon wouldn't lose any strength on flat. Oh, no, if you didn't do any flat, then yeah, it's going to decrease a little. Coach, I like bench and deadlifts when I saw this exercise. Get rid of that. And using straps for hip hinges and rows. No, I don't think so. Kinobody bashes bench. I mean, dips are arguably more dangerous, but if he's claiming the bench hurts, I get what he's saying. Yeah, he claims he has got, well, we need to fix this stuff. Hey, Gaines, why don't you just quit hating, man? Next Gaines, you're going to tell me that my Pinot doesn't look big. Bear Love says, hey, sexy. Nope, I don't do any of that on here for free, homie. I have an OnlyFans. There you go, dude. All right. Exercise minimum. Yeah, the minimalism is a problem. You need decent amounts of volume on your supplemental work. You really do. Minimalism on your biggest lifts is a good idea, sure. But you need to build everything up. Hypertrophy, all those weak links. Right? I don't know, Coach, you're sounding biased. Probably made a great point. Yeah, I'm not gonna agree with any of that. And I don't want to get in an argument. I'm not interested in fighting with Bromley, and people have tried to talk me into it. Also, is an incline more stressful for shoulders? Yeah, potentially, yes. Do you think ring chin-ups are better to avoid? I think they're better to avoid overall. Marco dips bother my left shoulder if I do them, but as far as bench press, it feels so tired. This depends on the person. In that case, it makes sense for you to obviously do more benching than dips. Hey, Bear, go to my OnlyFans, dude. This is not the place for that. But I have an OnlyFans. Feel free to join. Check it all out. I was benching 180. Spiky, we know that you were benching 185 for 5. You have told us this 100 times. We've discussed your problem, what you did wrong, and how to fix it at least 100 times now, dude, and dozens of live streams. Coach, again, we get around to someone telling everybody not to do something when they built their base on that exercise kit, right? Would a multi-grip bar be worth it for rows or bench press? Maybe. I never use mine anymore. Coach, thoughts on the fat pad benching? I mean, I don't really have thoughts on it. The problem is, though, if you can't use it in competition and you get used to using it, it's going to create problems for you. Intermediate. What's harder, Coach? Dead stop pin good mornings or deficit SDLs? I don't know. Though to be fair, Greg made a good point about the natural struggling most progress on the bench compared to all other. That is true. So if I'm 150 pounds, what can I get back? Spiky, I have answered this question over. I'm about to put you in timeout because you already know the answer. I have told you numerous times the answer to this. Slow bulk, 1 pound a month, and you will get to where you were and surpass it while staying leaner. I put Spiky, for those who are unaware, I put him in timeout for 24 hours on all of his 3 accounts regularly because he asks the same questions every single day. Didn't see the first 10 minutes you discussing Kenna, but I expect his Snap City bench form. Honestly, his form itself wasn't terrible. But Matt, you can go back and watch the beginning again. We're going to get over into everybody's questions. Also, why do we only have 6 likes? Look how many people are commenting. We have 6 likes. Y'all need to give Daddy some likes here. Come on now. Get those likes up for Daddy. There we go. There was another one. Come on. I'm going to use my sexy voice till we get those likes up for Daddy. And if you don't want to hear the sexy voice, then you might want to press that button. Come on now. Give Daddy some likes. I'll do that again here later. I got at least one. Joe, but overhead press and incline bench are even harder to progress on than flat bench. Yeah, they are. Kinobody was doing a guillotine style bench. Some of his later stuff he wasn't, though. I'll watch the first 10 minutes when the stream ends. Want to hear your thoughts. My gym has a hammer strength belt squat, which allows you to do weighted dips. Okay, cool. Bear, this is a training channel, dude, homie. Again, I have an OnlyFans, but I'm a strength and conditioning coach. We talk about deadlifts and bench press in here and getting jacked. All right. Will you play GTA 6? I don't video game. I don't do video games, bros. Why don't you block the clouds? Bear, back off. Do you like the pitch shark belt squat? I don't like the pitch shark, honestly. The winning belt squat is supposedly the best according to Dr. Mike. I don't know about that, but it seems to be good. Have you sent NH and strap on any congrat cards for the anniversary? No, I haven't. Yeah, I mean, and so that's a lot of issues with the pit shark. Honestly, the West Side one is pretty good. I mean, if you're not on a tight budget, if you're going to drop that type of money, I'd probably get the West Side ones. No chance. It's just letting all the crazy trolls run wild is not good. It just gets annoying. I bought a cable setup for my power rack. I find the triceps bomb while the push-ins might be worth it, or bring up the triceps. So, I mean, I've got the bands for that. Remember, the bands carried over really, really, really well on my close grip bench. All right. Do you have a favorable opinion of Ron Paul? Yeah, I actually do. Thoughts on the Rhino Belt squat? I need to look at it closer. Opinion, guys. I'm not going to run a firearm channel here. I obviously like SIG, but I carry Glock. I might go over to Colt though. Honestly, I might switch over to 1911s. Chance, there you had to go, man. Bye. Also, we're at 9 likes. Get those likes up. You'll have to see what's on the OnlyFans. It's mostly pay-per-view content. It's very tame PG-13 on the open thing. But I do custom content and stuff. So. But that's all we need to say here, man. Jason, what's the biggest regret of your YouTube career? The fake Merc thing. I've already said that numerous times. Like, not only of my career, but of my entire life. Like, that was literally the biggest mistake I've ever made in my entire life, and I've owned that already. Can you make a stream about? No, I'm not gonna, dude. I don't want to run a political channel, guys. What do you think about Dorian Yates' torso limb split? I don't know that specific split of his. Coach, I want to pay for you coaching for 2 months, but I'll upgrade my deadlift. Yeah, there we go. Get rid of this. I don't do any GOG stuff on there. All right. What makes it so that the weak anime LARPer French clown child is riddled with injuries, despises all his shit, promoting his prevention, right? I actually am opposed to circumcision. I wish I hadn't been circumcised. Did you ever end up? No, I didn't. I'm not interested in seeing that, guys. Come on. All right. Hey, Gaines, I don't want to discuss stuff like that. I know I don't want to sit here in the chat and figure out what my greatest achievement is. Can we move on, dude? People underestimate the power of mindset in general. Yep. Because a lot of my greatest personal achievements are very personal things that I don't feel like discussing with people. Fair? All right. Jason, can you beat Kinobody in a chin-up 1 rep max? I have no idea. I don't know what his chin-up 1 rep max is right now. He has smaller legs, though. That's going to be tough. Hey guys, you do know if you go into excessive gun talk in here, I might have to ban you because it affects my algorithm. I'm going to have to ban you guys just for my money at this point. If we get too far into it, I've actually been warned about that. So bring it down a notch, homies. And yes, I'm a pew pew guy, but you're interfering with my income. You're messing with my money at that point. So we need to chill. All right. Especially all the written specific models and all that, dude. Do you still have that Fallout t-shirt? I think I do. I would have to check. I think I still have it. Is it the OG UK era we're back? Yeah, dude, I'd say that was my greatest era on here. Yeah. What are the benefits of using chains on a bench press? Joe, that's a complicated matter. I'm going to have a lot of videos coming out on that. A lot of it has to do with rate of force production and deceleration curves. I have no collab scheduled. Jason, you stronger than Jesse James West? I have no idea. You get paid for these shots? I get paid for everything I do online, old school. Old school, I don't make a single post on social media these days that doesn't have some monetization potential. Every video, every post, every picture, everything I do anywhere is monetized. Do you still have bag posts? Yes. I've put him up on the camera before. What are good variations to build a bench besides incline bench and floor press? I don't like dips. It depends on where you're weakest at. Anything that builds the pecs, delts, and triceps has some potential. No, you're going to have to go on timeout again for that nonsense. All right. Jason, would you train with Wes Watson? Probably not. I don't like Wes Watson. I don't want anything to do with him. I don't want to hang out with him. The French bum is that he's not French, actually. He's Algerian. Jason, thoughts on cable tricep press downs? I think they're a great exercise, actually. How long does timeout last on YouTube? Depends on how long I set it for. No, I don't do fisting content. No, I don't have a pet hamster. So, Billy, I've been setting them at 24 hours for those timeouts. They go in the corner for 24 hours. That's what Daddy puts on. Speaking of which, click more likes for Daddy. We got 13. Get those numbers up. All right, get those numbers up. Coach, would you rather be Michael Hearn for 10 minutes or you? What a weird question. Hey, Gaines, you starting to get trollier and trollier. What's your favorite non-domesticated animal? The cow. On the naughty step. Alpha Destiny, barefoot, Alpha Destiny. Good old strap on. Jorgen, I don't know what all content I'll post in the future. A lot of stuff is based upon recommendations, suggestions, what people are willing to buy, you know. Coach, were you glad GBS and Fitness Fact, latest workout collab? I didn't see it. I still haven't seen Fitness Fact yet. I don't know who they are. They're on my supposed list to look at for the Natty or not. Which channels would you recommend for strength training? I don't know that I would. Yeah. Hey Jack, like ban just straight up trolls and stalker stuff. Any keywords that any of my stalkers use, anything that came from a crazy ass stalker made video, automatically out. Timeout worthy if you just act like a clown or I've answered your same goofball question 20 times and you refuse to accept my answer, or you continually try to act like I'm going to be sexually submissive to you. Like that one dog comes in and he tries to, he's like, I'm the alpha, you'll be my son. And I just put him in timeout. Daddy puts him in timeout for being a bad boy. There are some machines you would use if you had access to them and had every equipment. Yeah, definitely. Leg presses, hack squats. I mean, I have keywords, so if anyone bypasses my spam word filter, it's automatically they're out of here, because that means they're a stalker and they know literally what words they can't say on my channel or phrases. So they try to change the spelling to bypass it. That's called a stalker. And I do mean, yes, I have a cyber stalking ring that's obsessed with me that I've had to file numerous police charges on because it's retarded. All right. So why do I deny the black pill? Literally. When all the black pill people finally just, I'm going to be nice. I'm not going to say it. We're not allowed to promote self-harm. That is a violation of the rules. So I would never suggest that they just get rid of themselves so that the world can move on and be a happier place. Eddie Hall was the strongest human to ever live. I've seen him bench 585 for 6 on a whippet bar. Eddie's pretty strong. Do you ever get approached in person by subscribers? Yes. It's been a little while, but yes. Also, how the veins doing today, guys? Jason, do you approach women in public? Yes. I talk to women in public all the time. That's what I've tried to tell you guys. This is why you guys have problems. This is why there's even a whole pickup artist scene. A whole generation has forgotten how to talk to women and approach them. I literally stop and talk to women in the grocery store, in the grocery line, not flirting, just casual conversations. Jason, could you give any source of good training advice, book sites? How about my channel? Drop the anime and get out there. Exactly. Brian Shaw it's an incredible grip. He's told, yeah, dude, Brian Shaw got a crazy grip. I saw him messing on Facebook with one of those old school, you know, I'm talking about crazy, like whatever, 300-pound fat handle dumbbells, and was able to pick it up. No, I've never used Tinder or dating app. I've never even seen Tinder. I've already told you guys, dating apps is a great way to not get laid in general. Dating apps are not a good use of your time. Has a 1,000-pound deadlift ever been recorded in powerlifting history? Yeah, but were we talking how raw? Keep in mind there's different divisions. Jason, can you preach or curl 150 pounds? Probably not. Do you do live cam shows? I have a lot. I want you to. Not cam shows per se, but yeah, I have definitely done. Actually, I did today. Someone wanted to pay me just to chat and flex on the camera with my shorts on. He's a regular person who buys my content. Yeah, so I did that. I charged $10 per 2 minutes. So yeah, if you wanted that for 20 minutes, do the math. It's $100. Magnuson did 110 raw, no straps. Yeah, Magnuson was a freak. Marco, GBS uses the same argument every fake natty uses. I train harder than everyone. He should at least make it believable when to define his natty status, right? Because, it's possible to train harder than a gear user, right? Recovery and work capacity in a bottom. Do you think Samson? I think most of the Old Testament's allegory. I am not a fundamentalist. Have you watched the West Side Barbell documentary? No, funny enough. I don't do it that way, John. If you have a humiliation kink, it's got to work the other way. I'm not doing that sort of stuff. Like, I'm not going to let you humiliate me. Now, if someone wants to pay me to humiliate them, I will. But again, I'm not going to step outside of my comfort zone on me. Was the other person on cam as well? Yeah. Opinions on Sam. So look, I need you to be specific. I've discussed Sam quite a bit in different lives. Do you think the book of Genesis was just a parable? Yes, I do. Would you do scenes for 100,000? I mean, strange question because no one's going to pay that. Why would you throw out a hypothetical that nobody would pay for? Only to get me to say that I would do a thing. That's your only reason. So before you ask the question, let's see the $100,000. Like, what proof do you have that you're ready to pay the money before you ask the question? Hey, Billy, well, see, you're asking questions you don't get to know the answers to. Yeah. So, John, you get to go in timeout because I'm not interested. I already told you no. Hey, John, do you not understand what no means? That is putting you in timeout for being a bad boy. I mean, I'll degrade and demean you for, $10 per 2 minutes. Same thing for $20 if you need me to send you a voice message degrading you. I totally do that. So, because there's dudes who want that, but no, I don't do this whole submissive shit. You got me twisted, homie. All right, would you collab with Sam Salute? Why would he want to do that? I'm not doing any homo stuff. There's nothing going near my butt. And I'm not touching another man, old school. But here's the thing, old school. I'm strictly taco, no burrito, but $20 is $20. I'm a businessman. The entire era around that GVS child is just gosh dang horrid. That even made the national trader F off to the enemy. So, right? Do you like any anime? No, not really my gig, man. You're so serious, coach, because I'm in these streams and you've seen me laughing here. I'm actually a clown in person. Like I for some reason, I'm so filtered and serious in these, and in person, everyone thinks I'm just ridiculous all the time. Hey, Jorgen, I'm not interested in moving to another country. Hey, Joe, I'm not really running a religious scholarly debate channel, man. Sorry. Let's see. You're like a Terry Stifler, pretty much. That's how my bros describe me. I told you guys before. They're like, he's our Stifler. Yeah. Jason, my doctor told me my deadlifts are dangerous. Fire him and get a new doctor. Exactly, Marcinio. What if it was a MILF wanting to be a dominatrix? Would you be a submissive for her? I mean, maybe as an occasional thing. Like if I was involved with her and she occasionally wanted to do it, but I wouldn't be able to do a regular thing out of it. I mean, I don't mind exploring some other things here and there. I'm very, very open-minded. Like if she really needed that once a year or twice a year, yeah, I'd be cool with it. But it's not something I would want to do regularly. It's not my thing. Are you allowing your slave H out of the basement anymore? Well, when he needs to do another video. Jason, do you take pre-workout? No, I'm against pre-workouts. Yeah. Hey, Chris, I'm willing to do what I'm willing to do. I'm not doing it as a full-time job. Chris, the people what you're talking about are doing it as their full-time gig. I have a coaching business. I have other social media. It's a side gig that throws some extra money my way and possibly gives me more clients. Have you ever tried psychedelics? No. Jason, is weed healthy? Nuanced topic. Osman, I have no idea. What stock are you buying? I don't discuss my finances like that. Top 5 supplements. I don't know if there is 5 top supplements. Let's see if I can come up with 5 that might be worth using at all. Whey protein, creatine, maybe extra strength fish oil, melatonin if you need it, electrolytes if you need it, like potassium. Hey, Chris, I don't understand your question. You will have to ask it a different way. Are you on that creatine and whey protons? Yes. Jason, if a girl approaches me and talks to me 2 days in a row at the gym, is it okay if I approach her the third? Yes, because she's already established twice that she's willing to talk to you. Billy, I never said I was an investor. Tomcat Alley is no, it's a scam. Jason, have you ever been to Belfast? No. Are you not aware of the sell-off in the last? Hey, Chris, I don't understand the context of the question. What are we talking about? I know what the word sell-off means, and I know what the word last month mean. Right? A sell-off means you sell something off for money. Last month, meaning this is March, so last month was February. So I need you to be specific. All right. What are your thoughts on DeFranco's West Side for Skinny Bastards? This is generally good. He's talking about the stock market. See, that's what I meant, Savvy, there. That would be helpful. Right? See, that would be helpful if he told me what the area of discussion is. Hey, we're talking about the stock market. Okay. 6 index funds. No, I didn't say I'd do anything, Yorkies. Jason, when you move to Australia, not a snowball's chance in hell. Do you normally gain strength on a deficit at intermediate? No, not always. People with 401k retirement investment accounts are freaking out about the recent market trends yet. Have you ever coached a professional boxer? No, I've coached some amateur boxers. Jason, what are your thoughts on Tom Holland? I don't really have thoughts on Tom Holland. Put some respect on Kinobody. Do foreign women hit on you at the store more than American women? No, just because by default there's more American women. Would you ever do physical meetups client for money? Yeah. It would have to be a lot of money, Jacob, to disrupt my life. Like it wouldn't be some small, like $500 type thing. No, it'd have to be a lot. You've never heard not a snowball's chance in hell before? That's a regular figure of speech. You know, just like a blind American find an acorn or two every now and then. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Hey, Matt, don't come in here and lie to me. Matt, look at me. Don't ever fucking disrespect me by lying to me again. I will slap the piss out of you in person. If I get a fake natty who comes up to me and tells me to my face that they're natural, I'm going to slap them in their mouth. You don't stand there and lie to me, man to my face. I would say that to GVS too. I'm not one of his little fan bitches. Don't stand there and lie to me. Have I ever slapped another man? I've never slapped a woman. I've slapped a few men. A fake natty getting up and telling me as a grown man with a trained eye that they're a natural and trying to BS me, that level of disrespect, to do that to a strength coach. I'm trolling you guys, by the way. No, but to do, I can't keep a straight face. But let's skip over here. No, seriously, dude, that is so disrespectful. To tell someone who's not like a 17-year-old kid to try to be like, oh yeah, man, I'm natural. You don't do that to a 40-plus-year-old coach who's been in the game 2 decades. That is so disrespectful. Like if we're talking about that, even if like say GVS was in a room or any of these guys and we're talking, I'm going to get rude real quick because that is so disrespectful. It's one thing for your little fangirls, for the fake natties. It's another thing when it's grown men with experience standing around talking. Your fake natty thing has to go. Okay? Like that is unacceptable. You don't do that in those circles. Like I promise you, these fake natties don't stand there and pull that game when the dudes are talking. They know better because you are disrespecting other long timers in the game. You're disrespecting them to their face. That is disrespectful. So Matt, for you to stand there and try to tell me, oh, I know him and he's natural. No, dude, that is so disrespectful. You would never do that in person and he would never do that in person. You guys are forgetting that's not the internet anymore. When you're standing around with the old school bros and you pull that fake natty stuff, dude, that could get ugly. Like people don't put up with that. So Matt, you need to go in timeout. Daddy's putting you in the corner. All right, let's scroll down. But I was joking, you guys. I was just slapping somebody. I thought it was funny then, but I had to break character there for a minute. That's what people take me too seriously. They don't understand I'm really just clowning and having fun sometimes. But that's going to be remixed, by the way. Watch what happens, guys. That'll get remixed. Is Blaha doing it when it was just me choking? I was playing around. Them's jokes, man. I was just fooling. For those who know the reference. Tell us the giraffe pussy. Your squat was higher than giraffe pussy. It's not a joke. I say that to my clients. The same person wanting to willfully live under Chinese. Exactly. Does 3-day full body work after the novice phase? No, you'll get less gains. It seems like GVS and Noble Daddies and all the rest are ignoring Jason. No, GVS didn't. He responded previously. Should I use a front squat as a strength lift to replace my back squat of accessories after? Not necessarily. I don't know. I need to see what's going on with your full program, Jack. Alan, I would just call it fake blood work. He literally paid someone for fake data would be my response. That doesn't mean anything. Like I can see with my own eyes the situation. He's not going to convince me when I can see clearly with my own trained eye what I'm looking at, and I know what I'm looking at, and I can see the sight enhancement and everything else with my own trained eyes. You see what I mean? Oh, you produced some paperwork that you paid someone to make. You paid someone to do some fake paperwork. You used someone else's blood and sent it into a lab. That doesn't change what I see visibly. So if Ronnie Coleman during his prime had done the same thing, would you believe it? Jacob, I believe that pocket ladder came at me hard. Keep in mind, man, that goat joke I pulled on him was embarrassing for him. Jason, you never thought about having mods? I don't have anyone who's going to have to come in and mod this. All right. On my schedule, hey, when I message them, say, I need you to be on here in 5 minutes. I'm starting a live in 5 minutes. Then when I change my mind, it's in an hour. That's how it would have to go. It'd have to be someone I trust. Are you following the Wes Watson case? I haven't seen anything recent. I've already discussed all of it. I've already made updates the last time there was any updates. Hey, Chris, did you not watch any of my discussions of it? Like, did you watch my discussions of it? I've already said that Wes is probably going to prison. Look at the legs of the Olympic lifters, massive legs from front squats. Massive legs from doing lots of squats, massive legs from doing lots of steroids, massive legs from being fast twitch, dominant, gifted athletes. GVS's emotional response in and of itself is proof that he is a fake natty. Coach, I'm caught in a love triangle. Has it happened to you before? Yes, unfortunately. It's pressing, but Radish, I can give you advice and a consultation about that if you need help. It's $100. It's pressing 2 days a week as per Westside principles and not doing much else for lower sufficient revenge specialization. Why aren't you doing lower? No, guys, I don't invest in the stock market at all, so I don't know why you guys keep bringing this up. Have I ever given you any indication that I invest in the stock market at any point in any of my videos? All right. So even if I do it, it means I've never discussed it. Got to give credit to Kinobody for staying relevant after all these years. Hey, Gil, I've already discussed that in detail, do you? That's sneaky. You look your best you've looked since I've been following you since Ice Cream Fitness. Great motivation for me to age like yourself. It's never too late. There you go, brother. Is Matt Does Fitness Natty? Not even close. It's too bad Michael Hearn lies about being natural yet. Hey, Chris, do you not understand that I've talked about specific different situations, not his situation? I think that I understand the law way better than you think I do. I think that I made an A. I made 100 in Texas criminal law when I took it in school. And I think I've taken defensive handgunning classes where we've discussed these things. And I think I have a decent idea of what the law is. doesn't mean that I've discussed it in full detail with you. Okay. Also, my best friend is on a SWAT team, and we discuss these things. All right, and having short legs, which is also advantage to Olympic weightlifting. Yep. Does Viagra actually help with the blood flow and gym performance? There's some data that it does, yes. Shane Hammond passed all drug tests. He squats all around. So what do drug tests matter? Coach, you invest in the stock market. What types of drugs are the fake natties usually on? Test, trend, and everything else. I mean, there's fake natties who probably use more gear than Arnold. There are plenty of them. Evening, Jason from the UK. What's the time where you are? It is 6:07 p.m. Jason, good exercise for building the deadlift besides the deadlift, reverse hypers. Reverse hypers and good mornings would be near the top of my list. All right. Funny how people hate on Michael Hearn for being a fake natty yet believe GVS. I'd argue Mikey's training is significantly better than Joffrey and probably doesn't use more gear than him. I would probably agree. All right. I'd probably agree there. Okay. Yeah, Arnold was using gear as a team. Is Texas Oil a good investment? I don't know. Although I technically am part owner in an oil well here in Texas. That's the running joke with I and several family members that we are Texas oil barons since we all inherited part of this oil well. You want to know how much of the oil well I own? And this is totally serious, not trolling. I'm actually dead serious. I inherited it. I inherited it. I didn't do anything to get it other than sign the piece of paper from the lawyer accepting it. Okay. All right. I got to do the math to get the exact amount. What do I owe? 706. Okay. I own 128th, right? So that's the fraction. 1/128. I am 128th owner of an oil well. All right. I had to do the math to do the doubles real quick. So I'll type it so you guys can see it. That's how much of an oil well I own. So I am technically a Texas oil baron. Now, anybody guess how much money I make on it? And yes, I have to file taxes on it. I literally have to submit a W-2 on it. No, Jacob. You guys ready? I make $16 a year on it. But it does give me rights to claim that I'm an owner of an oil well legally. It makes $16 a year. And yes, I have to file taxes on it. I have to file taxes on it. It's hilarious. It's ridiculous. So, yep, I own 128th of an oil well, and it makes me $16 per year. No, because it accumulated. No, we had to. So because it had accumulated wealth originally, it had been sitting there for years. I'm aware of that, but I got back pay on it. And so because we all got back pay for the years it sat there not paying out, we all got a W-2 for it. And so they have it on file. I'm just telling you, Jill, we had to do one. It's ridiculous. All right. No, I don't have a political channel. You know what, Gil? I almost feel like, because you're trying to call me a liar, I almost feel like digging out the form and holding it up. Hey, Yorkie, I've already given you guys plenty of examples of things I won't do. I'm not putting stuff in my butthole. I'm not doing anything with another man. Right? Does the Algerian's wife exist? No. Do you believe in 401ks and Roth accounts? No, I think Roth IRAs are good. I have a old guy who does my taxes. I just signed. No, I don't miss the UK. I miss the history. Hey, Yorkies, I'm supposed to put you in timeout, bro, because I already warned you about that. You can come back tomorrow. All right. Daddy putting you in timeout. If you fell in love now, I'm not moving to a new country again. This year's tax bill is going to sting for me. I don't know about that. I'm hoping he abolishes the IRS or no taxes for anyone under 150K. No, dude, I'm not interested in joining Islam personally. Yeah. Jason, I'm sorry. I can't read it till that message disappears. Sorry I missed the live streams. Please don't yell at me. It's okay, Pancake. Chris says, calling yourself daddy, your audience is a little weird, man. Hey, you're a little weird, man. Your mama's weird. Right? Your mama's a little bit weird. Say hello to your sexy mama for me. Tell your mama daddy says what's up. Who you respect more? Well, I don't respect GVS at all, and I've never seen Fitness Facts, so I can't answer that. Is RF satanic? I don't know what you mean. Could you be specific on what you're asking me? Jason, I can say I don't want to get banned, but not sure what the rules are. It's not hard to figure out what the rules are, Pancake. Country would function just fine. They need to quit wasting money. Is bread an okay food? I personally choose not to eat bread, really. I'll overeat it. You know? I don't understand. You're fit as hell. I don't understand what situation. It's probably going to be something I'm going to need to ban you for. Thoughts on Thomas Allure saying bread is the same thing as simple sugar? No, it's not refined fructose, so no, it's not the same thing. Although it can be problematic. Radish, I need you to be asking a specific question. What if waitress flirts with you? What to do? Am I single? Am I not single? Is she hot? I need some context. What's going on? Hey, Alan, it really isn't difficult, guys. Pancake, keep it to training questions. And oh gosh. Yeah, she's probably flirting to get the extra tip, though. So that's a good point, Radish. No, Big Lenny would just be on my help, dude. The diabetes and everything else. It's a problem. Silverback gorilla versus a black bear. I'm going with the silverback. All right. They're not from the same continent, though, so I'm assuming this is happening in the zoo. Hey, D, we thought I already discussed everything about Keno's video in the first 10 minutes. Can you explain how is a pullover a chest exercise? Yes, because the chest gets worked during it. Not bad. It's okay, D. You can go back and rewatch it. That stream's going to be over in a minute. Well, I don't know anyone about, I don't know who that channel is, so I have no opinion. If I took steroids in my 20s, can I still have kids? Probably. I'm I'm really interested in hearing your take on Dodge. I'm support auditing the government and reducing waste. Would you ever coach a transgender person? Yes. I don't know how the Algerian managed to get that following. Even if you did destroy your sperm guild, you could do HCG therapy. Is pause bench good chest builder itself? No, it's actually a pretty good chest builder, yeah. Coach versus a silverback gorilla. Am I strapped or is this barehanded? Barehanded, I think I'm in trouble. Although, don't anger it and you might be okay. They're not particularly aggressive. What do you think about TRT after 40? I think it's a super good idea. And you guys are actually getting weird with that. I'm probably just going to get rid of you. I mean, I obviously see what you guys are trying to say. But when there's multiple of you doing it, I now know that it's a concerted effort, so you need to go. Hey, Pancake, yeah, that's the interesting thing. So the people who claim to care about the environment no longer care about the environment as soon as they don't like somebody's politics. Favorite forearm exercise, rows and pull-ups without straps. Do long arm benchers usually have weakness in the chest or triceps? Depends on where they're weakest. You look sad today, Jason. Well, I'm not sad today. I'm good. Is estrogen good for a stack if you run 5 reps? What? No. You want to add estrogen to a stack like that? Mm-mm. How old are you? I am 48. Is soy a bad food? No. Teslas are a good carb. My family members love them. I mean, I'd consider a Tesla, honestly. No, I did not play RuneScape. I had friends who did. I never played it. Thoughts on beef tallow being superior to canola oil? Objectively, it's not. I don't recommend either one personally. But if we go off all available data, it clearly isn't, and it may be slightly worse, arguably, but I wouldn't consume either one. Why are you cooking with a bunch of added fats? Do you want to be fat and sick? Jacob, yes, I did see it. That's insane. That's insane. Foods taste great without oil, dude. You don't need oil for steak. You don't need oil for anything, man. Just cook your food, homie. Cook your food, home skillet. You don't need any of that. But look at the veins. How are we going to, I'm about to wind this down, but how are we rating the forearms today, guys? On a scale of 1 to 10, how do we rate the forearms? I'm on a lower carb diet. I don't know that it's definitely not true keto, but it's high protein, high fat, lower carb, 7.5. Less veiny than your PP. You must have a veiny PP. I spoke it out of 10. I'm only getting a 6.8 today. Old school. My forearm's only getting a 6.8 today. Man, I got a 9.5 from some people yesterday. All right, guys. I think we're about to wind this down now. I'm going to give you guys a bicep shot before we go. Oh, Mount Bicephalus. And we're out, guys.